The Lion Who Lost His Roar. In the heart of the savannah lived Leo, a magnificent lion with a roar that echoed for miles. His roar was strong and true, a sound that made the ground rumble and the birds flutter. But one sunny morning, something strange happened. Leo woke up, stretched, and opened his mouth to greet the day with his usual booming sound. Instead of a mighty roar, only a tiny, embarrassed squeak came out. Leo tried again and again, but all that emerged was a little meep. Leo felt a big, heavy sadness settle in his chest. How could a king of the jungle be a king without his roar? He missed the rumble, the power, the feeling of his voice. He decided he needed help. Maybe if he learned other sounds, his own roar would remember how to come back. He wandered through the tall grass, listening carefully. Soon he spotted Chirpy, a tiny, bright bird perched on a branch. "Excuse me, Chirpy," Leo whispered. "How do you make your lovely sound?" Chirpy sang a beautiful, high-pitched song. "Just open your beak and let the melody fly," she chirped. Leo took a deep breath and tried. A tiny, wobbly chirp came out. It wasn't a roar, but it was a sound. Leo felt a little spark of hope. "Thank you, Chirpy," he said, and continued his journey. Next, he came to a cool, green pond where Ribbit, a plump frog, was sitting on a lily pad. "Ribbit," Leo asked, "how do you make that wonderful croak?" Ribbit puffed out his throat and let out a deep, gurgling croak. "You just need to feel the sound in your belly," he explained. Leo tried to copy him. "Croak, croak," Leo tried, and a surprisingly deep gurgle came from his chest. It wasn't his roar, but it was a strong sound. He felt a bit more confident. Deeper in the jungle, Leo met Hissy, a long, green snake coiled around a tree branch. "Hissy," Leo whispered, "can you teach me your quiet sound?" Hissy slowly uncoiled and let out a soft, drawn-out SSSSSSS. "It's all about pushing air out slowly," Hissy explained. Leo tried to hiss. A long, gentle SSSSSS's came from Leo's mouth. It was a very different sound, quiet and smooth. He was learning so many new ways to make noise. Finally, Leo saw Trunky, a grand elephant, by a watering hole. "Trunky," Leo asked, "how do you make that magnificent trumpet sound?" Trunky raised his trunk and let out a loud, joyful trumpet. "It comes from deep inside, with a big breath." Trunky trumpeted. Leo took a huge breath. Leo pushed air from his lungs, and a loud, shaky TRRRRUMP came out. It wasn't quite a trumpet, but it was the loudest sound he'd made all day. Leo sat down, tired but thoughtful. He had learned to chirp, croak, hiss, and trumpet. Each sound felt different, and each had taught him something new about his own voice. He closed his eyes, remembering the feeling of his own roar, the deep rumble, the powerful breath. He took a huge breath, just like Trunky taught him, and pushed it out from his belly, like Ribbit. And then, slowly at first, a deep, rumbling growl began to build. It grew louder and louder until a magnificent, booming roar filled the savannah once more. Leo had found his roar, not by copying, but by remembering his own unique voice.